BBInfinite is on location at Spokes, Little Rock. And we're going to talk to Eric, their head mechanic, about some things that he's seeing that cyclists are doing. Simple mistakes that can be corrected very easily that can prevent big problems. Let's go check it out. So Eric, you've been at this a long time, man. Just tell us, what are some of the number one things off the top of your head?
Number one things, cleanliness. People come in all the time complaining about shifting, creaking, my bike's making a little noise, my brakes are rubbing, yada yada. Wash your bike, clean it. Clean bike's a happy bike.
Yeah.
Tire pressure is a big thing. Suspension pivots, shock pressure, headsets work loose.
Those are the big ones.
Yep.
And also, real quick, just as an aside, I noticed that sometimes people are freaking out about clamping a dropper post in there. Is there a problem with clamping it up in this upper section right here where it goes through the seal?
No.
No.
I've been clamping dropper posts there since dropper post came out.
Well, you mentioned something initially about something about an Industry 9 hub that you saw that was a real warning. And what was that?
All right, so most bikes nowadays are coming with a thru-axle in the rear. In general, it's considerably stiffer than a quick release. However, it was actually on a bike just like this, but this thru-axle, I mean, you do get a lot of torque on the back end of the bike. The bike that we had in question, the guy weighs about 165 pounds. It was an extra large, so pretty tall guy, putting a lot of leverage. Not that he weighed a lot, but you do have all that back and forth flex on the rear end of the bike, and this piece can work loose. Most of them come with Loctite from the factory, but even with that Loctite, you still need to do a torque check on it.
Right.
His had backed out probably 2, maybe 3 full turns, and it was enough that it allowed the cassette to walk off of the hub, disengaging all the paws. It spit the paws all out before he realized it. He was climbing a hill, and next thing you know, the bike's just freewheeling going forward. So he stopped, was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Yeah, but it was on a brand new set of i9s. I mean, they were maybe 6 months old, and that's not to knock on i9 by any means. It's just knocking on him for not double checking his. That can also lead to a lot of shifting issues too. Even if this thing was, just not tightened down to the torque spec and off, say 1 full turn, that's gonna allow this wheel to shift around a little bit, and then it's really gonna throw off the shifting. You can either drop the chain in between the outer cog and the frame, or potentially even shift over into the spokes. And
So just not tightening the thru-axle, because the thru-axle, the compression of the thru-axle is what the hub is relying to stay together. Okay, because when you pull a lot of these wheels out of the bike, you could grab the cassette like this and pull the free hub and the cassette and everything right off of the hub. So it's relying on that pressure to stay together. So if the thru-axle is loose, the whole thing's gonna grenade, just like Eric said.